Think of that moment when everything is falling apart and you feel like you've lost total control. The world is crashing down on you, and every pillar of your life feels like it's about to crumble. But what if I told you that inside your mind there is a hidden, unshakable fortress that no storm, no matter how violent, can touch? Today, you are receiving the keys to that fortress. Welcome to your journey. Today is the time to become the architect of your own mind. Life is often like a vast, unpredictable, and dark ocean. Sometimes the waves lap gently against the shore, but more often they crash upon us with a force that threatens to sink our ship entirely. This philosophy, born in the colonnaded porches of Athens, the Stoic poikile, and spread from the magnificent palaces of Rome to the darkest slave markets, whispers a timeless truth to us. You cannot stop the storm outside, but you can make your ship unsinkable. Stoic discipline is not a tool for self-suppression. On the contrary, it is the ultimate path to freedom. It is the only way to liberate yourself from the captivity of the external world, from the noise of social media, and from the exhausting need for the approval of others. Today, make a promise to yourself. You will no longer be a leaf scattered by the wind. The cornerstone of this entire discipline lies in a sharp, surgical distinction that a man named Epictetus carried from Hierapolis, modern-day Denizli, to the heart of Rome: the things we can control and the things we cannot. Epictetus's life was the ultimate proof that this philosophy was not just a collection of beautiful words. He was a slave, owned by a cruel and violent master in Rome. One day, his master began twisting Epictetus's leg with a torture device just to see him break. Epictetus did not scream. He did not plead. He looked his master in the eye and said calmly, "If you continue, the leg will break." When the bone finally snapped, there was no cry of agony, only a profound, almost divine composure. "I told you it would break," he remarked simply. This story teaches us the most important lesson of our lives. Your body can be enslaved, your bones can be broken, you can lose your fortune or be abandoned by those you love, but your mind remains yours alone. No one can open the gate to your inner citadel from the outside. That key is held only by you. What is the greatest tragedy of the modern human being? It is the sacrifice of our peace for things that are completely outside our power. Why do you wake up feeling exhausted before the day has even begun? It is because your mind is already fighting thousands of imaginary battles. You are worrying about what people think of you, about market fluctuations, about mistakes you made years ago that cannot be changed by even a single second, or about the weather tomorrow. Do you have absolute power over any of these? Let's be honest, no. The first step in practicing Stoic discipline is to use a mental filter. In every situation you encounter, stop and ask yourself, is this up to me? If the answer is no, then letting go of that worry is not just a choice, it is a necessity for your survival. Consider Marcus Aurelius, the most powerful man on earth in his time. Yet, despite his crown, he was as burdened as any slave. On the banks of the Danube River, in a cold, dark, and muddy military tent, while fighting a relentless war against the Germanic tribes, he would write in his journal every night. He reminded himself, "Today I will meet ungrateful, selfish, aggressive, and annoying people. They are like this because their souls are in darkness." This was not pessimism, it was a form of mental armor. When you wake up, pre-visualize the setbacks of the day. Know that the traffic will be jammed. Know that someone will be rude. Know that your plans will be disrupted. When these events occur, you will not be shocked. Your mind has already played out the scenario. A mind that is not surprised is a mind that cannot be defeated. The Stoics believed that comfort was a poison that rotted the soul. Seneca was one of the wealthiest men in Rome, yet he often deliberately ate the simplest food and slept on the hard ground to ensure his mind did not become a slave to luxury. He famously said, "No man is more unhappy than he who never faces adversity." Why? Because such a man has never tested the limits of his own strength. True character is not revealed on sunny days, but in the heart of the storm. Stretch your comfort zone on purpose. Take a cold shower, fast for a day, or step away from the noise of the digital world. These small exercises strengthen your will like a muscle. Remember, a citadel is not built when war is at the gates. It is built through daily effort during times of peace. Nothing that happens in the outside world is bad in itself. It is our judgment that makes it so. When someone insults you, it is not the words coming out of their mouth that hurt you. It is your own internal agreement that this is an insult and I should be upset. If you refuse that agreement, the insult remains just a vibration of sound in the air, meaningless and powerless. Think of yourself as a massive rock in the middle of the ocean. Let the waves crash against you with all their might, while you stand still, dignified and unmoved. Within your inner citadel, the noise outside has no authority over you. To begin building your fortress, I offer you the most critical practice of this chapter. Before the day ends, draw an imaginary line in your mind. On one side, place the things that change only by your will, your thoughts, your intentions, and your reactions. On the other side, place everything else, the economy, the weather, the past, the future, and the opinions of others. Look at that external list and promise yourself, these are not my concern. I will not allow them to disturb my peace. This small but revolutionary distinction is the first brick of an unshakable mind. Start building your citadel today. This is only the beginning. In the next part, we will explore how to use this mental foundation as a shield during the harshest moments of crisis, and how to stand like a rock in the midst of chaos. For now, focus only on what is within your control. Stay in serenity. Take care of yourself.